Hello, I'm Tak Kawatani. I'm the author of Winning Together at Japanese Companies. I specialize in Japanese management and cross-cultural leadership. In the first episode, I talked about the connection. Okay, what does connect mean? Connect, in my definition, means to build bond and relationship deeper than polite smiles and bows. And you might ask, Japanese are polite and they don't say yes or no clearly, how can I connect? You're right, they're like that. But at the same time, aren't you conditioned to think that you shouldn't speak straight to Japanese, always be polite and careful about seniority, etc., etc.? Those are important as a protocol, but you shouldn't stop there because our goal is to connect with Japanese people. To do that, you need to be authentic and show your true value in a way they can relate to. Now, how can we go about connecting and winning their confidence at any language level? I have created a new list of the 5 golden rules of speaking Japanese cross-culturally. It goes like this: thank and apologize, connect past, present, and future, be indispensable, be open about your weaknesses, and be professional. Let's look at one by one. First, thank and apologize. Relationship and business starts with these 2 things in Japan. You will discover that even a basic thank you, or arigato, or I'm sorry, sumimasen, can make a difference if you understand their cultural philosophies behind and the right context to use. Let's have a look at the business cultural philosophy of arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. Okay, what you're looking at is based on Mr. Akehara Yosei, his book Nihongo wa Kami de Aru. He talks about this English language structure. As you can see, subject I, object you are very clear, and they are combined by the verb thank. So it's very clear who is thanking who. So it's a dual relationship. And Mr. Akehara calls it shortcut structure of the English language. Now in my class, I'll show you a bit more deeper animation about the Japanese language structure. Number 2, connect past, present, and the future. Japan is a rare country that has evolved to this day without interruption, without colonization for about 3,000 years. And that's partly the reason why a sheer amount of time spent together in the same organization, teams, is such a critical factor in building trust and ensuring quality. In my class, we do practicing those phrases by role-playing. Can we do that now? Okay, this one is the role-play of the phrases about connecting with the past. You go first. 先日はありがとうございました。先日はありがとうございました。Thank you for spending time with me the other day. I reply, いえいえ、こちらこそありがとうございました。いえいえ、こちらこそありがとうございました。Not at all. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As you see, you are starting today's meeting or even email by mentioning about something that has happened in the past, the most recent past. So I, being a Japanese person, feels very secure or safe because I am witnessing that the time we spent last time is still continuing on up to this day. And this man, you have not forgotten the significance of the time we spent last time. So I will take it to mean the time we're going to spend today will continue on to the next meeting, our relationship also. You know, time we have spent together is very important, that you value continuity of work, right? So this is how we actually practice in the class. Let's move on to Golden Rule 3, be indispensable. Well, that's being viewed as indispensable by your business partner will be the ultimate goal to anyone. So I approach this point of becoming indispensable 3 different ways. The first approach is show your curiosity 360 degrees. You're interested to learn from anybody, anything. And second approach is to offer help to all people you work with, across, above, and down in your organizational lines. So are you ready to role play? As you can see, the logo in the middle, communicating above to bosses, seniors, or customers, right? So you go first. この件で何かできることはありますか？ この件で何かできることはありますか? Is there anything I can do about this matter? So I respond, それは助かります。ありがとう。それは助かりますね。ありがとうございます。Oh yeah, that's a big help. Thanks. But this mutual learning, mutual support is the name of the game in the Japanese business. Okay, and the third approach to become indispensable is to show grit and perseverance. Grit and perseverance. Japanese love that. Japanese encourage workers to bounce back from difficulties and challenges. And you must learn the phrases that communicate your enthusiasm to contribute. Speaking of grit, some of you may have heard this author and Professor Angela Lee Duckworth of University of Pennsylvania. She wrote this best-selling book, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance. In the book she writes, grit is living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint. She also said, grit is talking with your future day in and day out, not just for the week, not just for the month, but for years, working really hard to make that future a reality. See? Doesn't that sound very much like a Japanese work ethic? Bounce back from problems, never give up. Don't leave home until you finish it. I like this day in and out, not just for the week, month, but for years, working really hard to make that future a reality. So working hard and long hours is not a Japanese culture. It's anyone's culture in any pursuit of excellence. Okay, look at the phrase of passion. そこをなんとかお願いできないでしょうか。そこをなんとかお願いできないでしょうか。そこをなんとか is a Japanese pet phrase. When someone is refusing your proposal, saying no to your face, but you don't back off, you should bounce back by showing your enthusiasm, your endurance, perseverance, by saying, そこをなんとか. Okay, in English, I understand that, but is there really no way to make it possible? I know it's difficult for you. That's why I'm asking you, is there really no other way to make it possible? そこをなんとか. A number of other phrases related to passion and perseverance, and it goes beyond the classroom of a traditional language, Japanese language courses, isn't it? That's what I mean by speaking Japanese cross-culturally. The strategic phrases they use when they make important decisions, who to buy from, who to promote, which ideas to adopt, who to form joint venture with. Okay, the fourth strategy, golden rule, is be open about your weaknesses. Okay, so that's all for today's episode. And in the next episode, we'll be talking about golden rule 3 to 5. Okay, so see you soon.